Live. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Gabe here, and we're back. We're about to go into another chapter of Matilda. I know we skipped last weekend because we had Father's Day and Juneteenth going on. Um, both of them really good. Yeah, I was, and I actually wanted to do something for Juneteenth, like a special video or something, but scheduling, my like with work and stuff like that, kind of got in the way. And then also, I was gonna do it with my boy EJ, to kind of like him and me kind of team up for it. But again, like I say, scheduling on work, and then he had some things to do with VBS at his church there. So like I say, hopefully maybe next year, hopefully we can try something for Juneteenth because it is a very important event and everything. Like I say, and that would even and not only just for other people in general, but even for myself. 'Cause like I say, anything like with like African American culture and stuff like that. You know, I definitely need to be educated on that as well. And yeah, it's really important because that's it's part of a personal part of history that we definitely need to know. Much like especially like when Christmas time come around, we have stuff like Kwanzaa and Hanukkah, which Kwanzaa is with the African Americans again, and Hanukkah, of course, with the Jewish community. And I remember I definitely like I say remember Hanukkah being mentioned and stuff like the Rugrats and stuff like that. When they talked about in their case they were talking about Passover and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess you so so anyway, yeah, hopefully maybe next year we can get something done on that there. And like I said, but we did have, but it was still good there. People mentioning different things, pretty much not just on Juneteenth, but even leading up to it. Had some pretty good info being posted on Facebook and everything. Always good to see. And and then of course Father's Day, kind of sort of, yeah, with the month of June, it's sort of like Juneteenth is the main cake, or I guess you could also compare it to like a burger, and Father's Day is like the fries. It's like the side of fries there. So yeah, might sound a bit of odd comparison to somebody, but but yeah, real good stuff there. Be nice. Really should have this whole month have been Juneteenth. Yeah, yeah. Add to the Black History Month that February we have two. Yeah, and then you have Kwanzaa. So yeah, that's yeah, that's what we need. That's what we definitely need for the month of June there, because that is because I mean it's legit, and it's not encouraging the wrong thing or anything. Is that it's just encouraging history, and like to say, people who don't know the history are doomed to repeat it. So yeah, we definitely that is really important. Also, one thing I want to let you guys know, and I may possibly just in case I don't, you know, mention this in any other video or even mention it in his own video. But I'm gonna mention it here just in case. Huh. Oh, it's my air conditioner. I thought it was raining again for a second. I was like, oh, okay, rain. Okay, I was just kind of hmm, okay. I mean, it was kind of hot there. I mean, we've had a lot of rain coming through here, but it's summertime. Summertime you do get some unexpected rain showers out of nowhere. Sometimes even the weatherman can't even predict the summertime. 'Cause I think that's the most unpredictable rains you get there. Whenever it happens there, and then it be over and stuff like that. So, but one thing I want to mention before we go into the story time, um, I got a comment on one of my videos. The I think it was the stream where I was reading Yumiko novel 3, and the comment was they were asking me in the comment section, why is this video thing appearing in their Google notification or Google feed or whatever? Video thing, first of all, like, excuse me. But they asked why was it appearing. Okay, let me clear something up for if for I think let me bring it up that purse that the YouTuber that mentioned that, by the way. Right. Oh, no, not direct messaging. Okay, here we are. Um he's killing killing Antonio. Hadn't heard of him there. But he said, why does this video king keep coming up in my Google search? I'll let y'all see that for yourselves. See, that's exactly what he asked. And and I might make a separate video just to address this here. Uh, but I don't know what I would if I come up with a good way to title it. All depend, kind of. But anyway, why? So I simply replied back. That's what I replied back. Same reason any video appears in Google search on news feed, to check it out and see what you think about it if you want to. Yeah, that's the so yeah. I mean, because take a look when you go to YouTube. When you go to YouTube, videos just pop up. Check this out. Say, yeah, like this for instance, the video I'm doing right now just instantly popped up when I went there. And if I go there again, like if I reload the page, another video will pop up randomly. It happens. That's what happened. Um, oh my, the big nose reaction. I gotta check. Okay, I'll put that for watch later. From Kevin Tribal. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of his videos, so I know his. And then a lot of time, whatever you watch on YouTube, is gonna pop up. Like I've been watching this guy Kevin Tribal, so a lot of time his videos will pop up in the feed because I be watching him a lot, along with other videos that I watch, and sometimes videos related to what you watch will pop up in the feed. If you watch something related to Pokemon, probably one of my Pokemon Let's Plays will pop up, or someone else who's playing or you're looking for video game reaction. Yeah, anybody who's reacting to a video game will pop up. As far as the Google, okay, so I got both Google and Safari app. So this is yeah. See right here, so you got this is just an example. It's the Google app, and when I go there, stuff pops up. And I think, and some of it, and sometimes YouTube videos do pop up. Sometimes because I have seen that, especially on my case, sometimes it'll pop up more so on the Safari app. Yeah, especially Safari app, and then I go to Google. Yep, and let's see if any YouTube videos pop up here. Okay. Yep. Here's a YouTube video that just popped up right here. White Ranger Morphs from Chris Katana Force there. Yeah. So yeah, stuff like that happens. And why it, so you want to know why it pops up? Well, no one can really answer that. It just does. That's the way it works. And yeah, I mean, why would you expect even the person, you want to go check the video out, go check it out. But why? But don't expect don't expect the YouTuber to know the answer to that, because if it's popping up where you can see it, hey, that's good for us because that's the whole purpose of us putting these videos and live streams out, to get views, and those views add up, so we can make somewhat of make those of us who are desiring to can make somewhat of a living on YouTube, or if or whether we are or not, just the fact of getting seen on YouTube, even if we like, well, person might say, well, I don't really care about monetization or anything like that, but I just want people to see me. That's the whole point there. So yeah, ooh, but so yeah, like I say, that's that's why. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you there. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's like I say. I may possibly make a separate video for that there, just on its own there. For people who to see that without have to just see that by itself. But anyway, let's go on and get into this. So we're reading the chapter about the chocolate cake. Bruce Bogtrotter. I think it's going to be a chocolate cake. That's what it was in the movie. So, all right. Bruce Bogtrotter and the cake. How can she get away with it? Oh, wait, Lavender. How can she? How can she get away with it? Lavender said to Matilda. Surely the children go home and tell their mothers and fathers. I know my father would raise a terrific stink if I told him the head mistress grabbed me by my hair and slung me over the playground fence. Yeah, yeah, technically, I would expect. Matter of fact, I would expect, yeah, especially today's time, it would that something like this would have been on TikTok. It would have probably went viral, and if it didn't, again, it probably would have been posted somewhere. When action is taken for it, like say, the parents coming up there to do something about it. There, so yeah, it would. Yes. Matter of fact, had one report of a parent that a dad that was trying to take their kid out of their kid. There was a school that was actually trying to teach them different LGBT things. There, as a matter of fact, I got it on here. Yeah, say because I actually had posted it there. Yeah. So, oh yeah, right here. Yeah, but there was parents that sued a California school after they refused to let the children out of LGBT classes. Yeah, say which I don't. Which honestly, why would you even have classes on that to begin with? There, yeah, that doesn't even make any sense there. And the fact that they would not. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world there. But I put it this way: this is what we need more of there. Hmm. Yeah, we need more. Yeah, as crazy as this world get, we need that. We need stuff like this in the school, and yeah, especially if you're gonna put it in. If you're gonna put this in the school, yeah, might as well go and add a chapel. Because I remember the school. I went to a private school that had a chapel there, but yeah, we could use that in the public schools too. Especially put prayer back in school as well. They say all the more anything to get is a yeah, because that will help us to keep Satan out of the school system as well as the whole world. Yeah. Anyway, no, he wouldn't, Matilda said, and I'll tell you why. He simply wouldn't believe you. Of course he would. He wouldn't, Matilda said, and the reason is obvious. His story would sound too ridiculous. And that is what the Trunchbull's great that is the Trunchbull's great secret. What is? Lavender asked. Matilda said, never do anything by halves if you want to get away with it. Be outrageous. Go the whole hog. Make sure everything you do is so crazy it's unbelievable. No parent is ever going to believe this pigtail story, not in a million years. Mine wouldn't. They would call me a liar. Well, obviously, I know it's sad. It is a sad case, but yeah, obviously, I now if a parent is like Matilda's parents, Yeah, probably even in today's time, yeah, they probably would not honestly, yeah, parents that bad, they wouldn't even care regardless of the time period. And like I say, it's very sad, but caring parents there, that like the ones I mentioned about the whole thing with the LGBT thing, they would, yeah, they more than likely would have took some action if they when they hear about this there. Yeah, because I mean, especially the girl who got swung. Yeah, I mean, she come home, mama like, what, like, sweetheart, what happened to you? Why? You know, like, yeah, because I'm pretty sure she got some kind of damage. Probably a little bruise from that throw, or probably some indications in her hair that it's been pulled at and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, like I say, um, yeah, so yeah, like I say, parents, make sure you keeping a close track of what's going on with your kids in school there, so you can make sure they safe there. Hmm. He wouldn't. So in that case, Lavender said, Amanda's mother isn't going to cut her pigtails off. No, she isn't. Amanda will do it herself. You see if she does. You see if she doesn't. Do you think she's mad? Who? The Trunchbull. I don't know. I don't think she's mad, Matilda said, but she's very dangerous. Being in this school is like being in a cage with a cobra. You have to be fast and on your feet. Yeah, a really big cobra. Technically, so look at the Trunchbull like in this picture here. Hmm, I mean, don't get me wrong. A cobra, uh, yeah, she is dangerous. Yeah, cobra is dangerous, like the Trunchbull. They bite you, you get poisoned. But going by how the Trunchbull's appearance is, I would probably, honestly, I would kind of compare her more to probably probably more of a gorilla, a very dangerous gorilla. Like the one Steve Harvey talked about when he say he was he was trying to play golf in Africa and a whole bunch of the monkeys were attacking and stuff. Then the gorilla showed up. Everybody stop! So yeah, maybe more like that. Then they got then they got another example of how dangerous the headmistress could be. On the very next day, during lunch, an announcement was made that the whole school should go into the assembly hall and would be seated as soon as the meal was over. Hmm. So like just like kind of similar to the movie. When all the 250 or so boys and girls were settled down in the assembly hall, the Trunchbull marched on the platform. None of the other teachers came in with her. And my ring light is seriously stop that. As I was saying, 200 something. None of the other teachers came in with her. She was carrying a riding crop in her right hand. She stood up on the center stage in her green breeches with her legs apart and the riding crop in her hand, glaring at a sea of upturned faces before her, like the picture I just showed you. And I'm kind of surprised there aren't any teachers. I mean, it seemed like the teachers would have came in with their respective classes. I mean, you think about, because you got elementary kids in here, and I remember being in elementary, yeah, anywhere we went, our teacher went with us, except for in our enrichment classes. Um, but the thing is, when we were in our enrichment classes, we were under we was with the enrichment teacher. And so yeah, then when that enrichment class was over, our main teacher came and took us, uh, possibly to another enrichment class or to like say lunch or recess or back to the classroom. That's how. But yeah, we but yeah, we always had a teacher with us, except and then like like at lunch, the teachers I think the teachers were with us, or either the teachers with us. Then of course you had other adults monitoring too, like cafeteria staff, stuff like that. And at recess, yes, the teachers would be out there making sure, kind of just, kind of observing everybody at recess there. So yeah, that's kind of surprising. I mean, I know the Trunchbull is here, but still, it seemed like the teacher would have brought them in here, something like an assembly hall. Hmm. So, right before, what's going, what's going to happen? Lavender whispered. I don't know, Matilda whispered back. The whole school waited for what was coming next. Bruce Bogtrotter! The Trunchbull barked. And Bruce Bogtrotter! Where is Bruce Bogtrotter? And say she barked. What is she? What is she? Zod from Man of Steel? You won't kill us yourself. You will. Woof, 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 woof. Where is Bruce Bogtrotter? A hand shot up among the seated children. Okay. Come up here, the Trunchbull shouted, and look smart about it. Hmm. An 11-year-old boy, one of the upperclassmen, who was decidedly large and round, stood up and waddled briskly forward and climbed up on the platform. Stand over there, the Trunchbull ordered, pointing. The boy stood on one side. He looked nervous. Sure, I'd be nervous too. He knew very well he wasn't up there to be presented with a prize. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Not. Yeah, you won't be getting no prize in this situation, unless of course this was Joe Clark. Now that might be a different story. Yeah, when he was congratulating them for the singing of the school song, he was watching the headmistress and he kept edging further and further away from her with little shuffles of his feet, rather as a rat might edge away from a terrier that is watching it from across the room. Well, technically, a rat would probably be edging themselves away from a cat. It's possible that there might be a dog more so a cat thing to chase a mouse there. Yeah, because the dogs chase the cats there most of the time there. Yep, as they pointed out in a cartoon, with the bird's like, so dog chased the cat, and the cat chased the bird. So I've got to help the dog. His stock, his plump, babby face turned with a gray, with fearful apprehension. His stockings hung about his ankles. This clot, boomed the headmistress, pointing her riding crop at him like a rapier. Rapier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This blackhead, this foul carbuncle, this poisonous pistol that you see before you is none other than a disgusting criminal with a dozen of the underworld, a member of a mafia. A bit dramatic much, are we? Who? Me? Bruce Bogtrotter said, looking genuinely puzzled. A thief! The Trunchbull screamed. A crook! A pirate! A brigand! A wrestler! Okay, J.K. Simmons. He's a crook! A menace! Police! So, steady on, the boy said. I mean, dash it all. headmistress. Do you deny it? You miserable little gumboil. Do you not? Do you plead not guilty? Do- I don't know what you're talking about, the boy said, more puzzled than ever. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. You, sup- you supporting little blister, the Trunchbull shouted. Yesterday morning, during a break, you sneaked in like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray. That a tray had just been prepared for me personally by the cook. It was my morning snack. And as for the cake, it was my own private stock. That was that was not boy's cake. You don't think for 1 minute I'm going to eat the bit I gave. I the 1 minute. You don't think for 1 minute I'm going to eat the filth I gave to you. The cake was made from real butter, a real cream, and he, that robber bandit, that safe cracker, that highwayman standing over here with his socks around his ankles, stole it and ate it. I never did, the boy exclaimed, turning from gray to white. Don't lie to me, Bogtrotter, barked the Trunchbull. The cook saw you. What's more, she saw you eating it. The Trunchbull paused to wipe a fleck from a froth of her lips. Oh boy. I would not want to be in that position right now. Or this. Yes. Yikes. Yeah, this woman definitely need to be locked up. when when she spoke again, her voice was suddenly softer, quieter, and more friendly. And she leaned towards the boy, smiling. You like my special chocolate cake, don't you, Bog Trotter? It's rich and delicious, isn't it, Bog Trotter? Very good, the boy mumbled. His words were out before he could stop himself. You're right, the Trunchbull said. It is very good. Therefore, I think you should congratulate the cook. When a gentleman has had a particularly good meal, Bog Trotter, he always sends his compliments to the chef. You didn't know that, did you, Bog Trotter? But those who inhabit the criminal underworld are not noted for their good manners. No, they're not. No, no. The boy remained silent. Cook! Cook! The Trunchbull shouted, turning her head towards the door. Come here, cook! Bog Trotter wishes to tell you how good your chocolate cake was. The cook, a tall, shriveled female that looked as though all of her body juices had been dried out long ago in a hot oven. Ooh, that's one description. Walked out to the platform wearing a dirty white apron. Her entrance had clearly been arranged beforehand by the headmistress. Yeah, actually, I think the movie was kind of accurate to the book's description, too. Oh boy. Now then, Bog Trotter, the Trunchbull boomed, tell the cook what you think of her chocolate cake. Very, very good. Mumbled Bog is a very good, the boy mumbled. You could see he was beginning to wonder what this was all leading up to. The only thing he knew for certain was that the law forbade the Trunchbull to hit him with the riding crop that she kept smacking against her thigh, so that was some comfort, but not much. Because the Trunchbull was totally unpredictable. Yeah, pretty much. And they said the law forbids her to hit a kid with a riding crop. But apparently, I guess there's nothing said about swinging a girl from her pigtails. No one never knew what she was going to do next. There you are, cook, the Trunchbull cried. Bogtrotter, Bogtrotter likes your cake. He adores your cake. Do you have any more cake you can give him? And this is what the cook looks like, which is kind with the like again, the movie was actually kind of accurate to this. I mean, yeah, I know this is like a basic drawing here, but yeah, movie actually amplified this description pretty well here. I don't know where they found this actress for this lady, but wow. I yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Let me check, make sure I'm still on live here. Really hate when this happens here. Keep live here. Hold on. Okay, am I still live here? Looks like I froze up here. Key. Okay, am I still live here? Looks like I froze up here. Key. Okay, am I still live here? Looks like I froze up here. Key. Okay, am I still live here? Okay, I'm gonna reopen this live here. Give me a second there. I hate when this happens here. Okay, I'm gonna see. Guess I have to call. Let's see. Let me make sure. I'm just gonna double check something real quick here. Just gonna double check something real quick here. Okay, look like it's still going. Quick here. Okay, look like it's still going. Quick here. Okay. Look like it's still going. Quick here. Okay. Okay, it's following what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see if they can. Okay, so it's still okay. It's still running. I hope it's okay. Hope I'm keeping check on it on my phone here to make sure. So, and I still see people in the chat. Yeah, if you're still those of you out in the chat, definitely give me a holler. Is the chat still going? It's the live still going. So, yeah, kind of put something in the comment. Let me know the live is still going there. So I don't know what's come up this connection there. All right. All right, so here we go. So then, so she learned her lines by heart. Then go and get it, and bring a knife to cut it. The cook disappeared, and almost at once she was back again, staggering under the weight of an enormous round chocolate cake on a china platter. The cake was fully 18 inches in diameter. Whoa, that's a big cake. The it was covered with dark brown chocolate icing. Put they put it on a table. On the table, the Trunchbull said. There was a small table, center stage, with a chair behind it. The cook placed the cake carefully on the table. Sit down, Bogtrotter, Trunchbull said. Sit here. The boy moved cautiously to the table and sat down and stared at the gigantic cake. There you are, Bogtrotter, the Trunchbull said once again. Her voice became soft and persuasive and ever so gentle. Ever so much. It's all for you. Every bit of it. As you enjoyed that slice you had yesterday. So very much I ordered the cook to bake you an extra large one all for yourself. Aren't we nice? Well, thank you, the boy said, totally bemused. Thank the cook, not me, the Trunchbull said. Thank you, cook, the boy said. Cook stood there all shriveled up, like a shriveled bootlace, tight lipped, implacable, disproving. She looked as though her mouth was full of lemon juice. Come on then, the Trunchbull said. Why don't you cut yourself a nice thick slice and try it? What now? The boy said, cautious. He knew there was a catch in this somewhere, but he wasn't sure. Can't I take it home instead? He said. Oh, that would be impolite, the Trunchbull said with a crafty grin. You must show Cookie here how grateful you are for all the trouble she's taken. You've hurt her feelings. You must eat the entire perfection. Entire perfection. So the boy didn't move. Go on. Get on with it, the Trunchbull say. Cut a slice and taste it. We haven't got all day. And they are watching. That's a big cake. Mm. The boy picked up the knife and he was about to cut into the cake when he stopped. He stared at the cake and he looked up at the Trunchbull and the tall, stringy crook with her lemon juice mouth. All the children in the hall were watching tensely, waiting for something to happen. They felt it must be certain it must. The Trunchbull was not a person that would give a whole chocolate cake to eat out of kindness. Many were guessing that it was probably filled with pepper or castor oil or some other foul tasting substance that would make the boy violently sick. It might even be arsenic, or he would be dead in 10 seconds flat, or perhaps it was a booby trap cake, and the whole thing would blow up the minute he cut it, taking Bruce Bogtrotter with it. No one in the school put it past the Trunchbull to do any of these things. I don't want to eat it, the boy said. Taste it, you little brat, the Trunchbull say. You're insulting the cook. Very gingerly, the boy began to cut a thin slice of the vast cake. He levered the slice out. Then he put down the knife and took the stickly thing in his fingers and started very slowly to eat it. It's good, isn't it? The Trunchbull asked. Very good, the boy said, chewing and swallowing. After and say, he finished the slice. Have another, the Trunchbull said. That's enough, thank you, the boy muttered. I said, have another, a Trunchbull said. Say, they have another. And now there was altogether a sharper edge to her voice. Eat another slice. Do as you are told. I don't want another slice, said the boy. Suddenly, the Trunchbull exploded. Eat, she said, banging her thigh with her riding crop. If I tell you to eat, you will eat it. You wanted cake. You stole the cake. Now you've got cake. What's more, you're going to eat it. And you're not going to leave this platform. And nobody leaves this hall until you have eaten the entire cake that is sitting right in front of you. Do I make myself clear, Bogtrotter? Do you get my meaning? The entire perfection. The boy looked at the Trunchbull and he looked at the enormous cake. Eat! 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 The Trunchbull was yelling. Very slowly, the boy cut himself another slice and began to eat. Matilda was fascinated. Do you think he can do it? She whispered to Lavender. No, Lavender whispered. It's impossible. He'd be sick before he's halfway through. Yeah, technically yes, because I mean you talking about a kid eating this entire big cake. It's I as a I mean you even in a as a even an adult probably maybe not maybe a little different from a kid how it would affect the kid, but yeah, I would even recommend an adult to eat that entire cake by in one day. So, oof, no. The boy kept going. When he finished the second slice, he looked at after Trunchbull hesitating. Eat! She shouted. Greedy little thieves who like to eat cake must have cake. Eat faster, boy! Eat faster! We don't want to be here all day! And don't stop like you're doing now. Next time you stop before it's finished, you'll go straight to the chunky. And I'll lock the door and throw the key down the well. Yeah, they need to lock the Trunchbull up big time. The boy, or maybe put the Trunchbull in that chokey. The boy cut a third slice and started to eat it. He finished this one quicker than the other two, and when he was done, he immediately picked up the knife and cut the next slice. In some particular way, he seemed to be getting into his stride. Matilda, watching closely, saw no signs of distress in the boy yet. If anything, he seemed to be gathering confidence as he went along. Well, he's pretty much eating for his life. He's doing well, she whispered to Lavender. He'll be sick soon, Lavender whispered back. It's gonna be horrid. When Bruce Bogtrotter had eaten his way through half of the enormous cake, he paused a couple of seconds and took a deep breath. The Trunchbull stood with her hands on her hip, glaring at it. Get on with it, she shouted. Eat it up! Eat! Suddenly, the boy let out a gigantic belch which rolled around the assembly hall like thunder. Boy, probably louder than that. Many of the audience began to giggle. Silence! Shouted the Trunchbull. Oh boy. Oof. That's kind of making me sick looking at it. It almost reminds me of eating cheesecake. I like me some good cheesecake. I hadn't had that in a while, but I like cheesecake. But when it comes to that, I only when if I eat it, I only eat like one slice at a time because if I eat any more than that, like I want another slice, stuff like that, eventually I get sick and throw up. So the boy cut himself another thick slice and started eating it fast. There were no signs of flagging or giving up. He certainly did not look as though he was about to stop and cry out. He certainly did not look at. Oh yeah, I'm about to stop and cry out. I can't eat this anymore. I'm gonna be sick. He was still in there running. Now a stubble change was coming over the 250 children watching in the audience. Earlier, ind- they sensed impending disaster. They had prepared themselves for an unpleasant scene where the wretched boy stuffed to his gills with chocolate cake would have to surrender and beg for mercy. Then they would have watched the triumphant Trunchbull forcing more and still more cake into the mouth of the gasping boy. Now, not one bit of it. Bruce Bogtrotter was three-quarters of the way through and still going strong. One sensed that he was almost beginning to enjoy himself. He had a mountain to climb, and he was jolly well going to reach the top or die in an attempt. What is more now now he had so he had now become very conscious of his audience and how they were all silently rooting for him. This was nothing less than a battle between him and the mighty Trunchbull. Someone shouted, "Come on, Bruce, you can make it!" I think in the movie Matilda was the one that started the cheering. The Trunchbull wheeled round and yelled, "Silence!" The audience watched intently, and they were thoroughly caught up in the contest. They started longing and cheering, but they were longing to cheer, but they didn't dare. "I think he's gonna make it," Matilda whispered. "I think so too," Lavender whispered back. "I wouldn't have believed anyone in the world could eat a cake that size." "The Trunchbull doesn't believe it either," Matilda whispered back. "Look at her. She's turning redder and redder. She's going to kill him if he wins." But the boy was slowing down now, there was no doubt. But he kept pushing the stuff into his mouth with dogged perseverance of a long distance runner who had sighted the finish line and know he must keep going. As the very last dis- mouthfuls disappeared, and a tremendous cheer rose up in the audience, leaping out on their chairs and yelling and clapping and shouting, "Well done, Brucey! Good for you! Brucey, you won the gold medal, Brucey!" They, "Bruce, Bruce, 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 silence! Bruce, 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 silence! Bruce, 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 Bruce." Then Bruce held that trap. "Yeah!" Dun-dun-dun. The Trunchbull stood motionless on the platform with her great horsey face and with had turned the color of molten lava, and her eyes were glittering with fury. She glared at Bruce Bogtrotter, who was sitting in his chair like some huge overstuffed grub, replete, comatose, unable to move or speak, as a fine sweat was beating his forehead, but there was a grin of triumph on his face. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen. See, we're about to find out what's gonna happen next, but yeah, he's completed it. Oh boy. Suddenly, the Trunchbull lunged forward and grabbed the empty china platter on which the cake rested. She raised it high in the air, brought it down with a crash right on top of the wretched Bruce Bogotter's head, and the pieces flew over the platform. Ouch! And she did that in the movie too. Yeah. The boy was so full of cake like a sack of wet cement. You couldn't have hurt him with a sledgehammer, but he simply shook his head a few times and went on grinning. And he belched in the movie. They, "Go to blazes!" "Go to blazes!" screamed the Trunchbull. And she marched off the platform, followed closely by the cook. They, and in the movie, she told everybody to stay after school and I think like write a report or something like that for them, getting up cheering and stuff there. So yeah, so that's what we got for the day. The next chapter next time when we read this will be Lavender, Matilda's friend that was mentioned earlier. And let's see, I think might possibly may possibly read two next time. I'm looking at how long uh this is. Okay, so probably yeah, like I said, it looks like just like this one chapter, it looks like it'll be one chapter at a time. Lavender doesn't look as long as this chapter was, but the chapter after Lavender seems like it's going to be pretty lengthy. So yeah, like I say, it looks like we're kind of on a one chapter or live stream just to be on the safe side to keep from going too long, like especially going over the hour mark and stuff like that. And, hope having a too long of a video. So anyway, like I say, that's it there. Well, so like I say, next, no, we got 4th of July next weekend. So like I say, but also it's gonna be the beginning of July. So I'm probably before the fourth, because the fourth is on Saturday. So probably before the fourth, I will do the monthly update. Somewhere between the first and the third. Not sure which day, but it's gonna be it'll be no later than the third. I will do a monthly update because I know a lot of y'all will be enjoying Fourth of July, and then Fourth of July come, I'll just probably put up a premiere or something like that. That way, even if you missed the premiere, the video is up there. Which I mean, same with the live stream too, but but like I say, it's still there because that's it's a pre-recorded video. And my light went. What's up with this light? Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I was saying, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We will do Bible reading this Sunday, and yeah, I do plan to also do it the other Sunday too, which will be July the 5th, because that's after the fourth will be over. Um, so yeah, only thing that's pretty much gonna change for next week is just moving up the monthly update because of the fourth there, so we can still because we got it because yeah I got to do the monthly update every at the beginning of every month. That has to be done to keep you guys up to date on the channel. Um, so have that coming up, and there's more videos that's going to be getting dropped along with these live streams. So be on the lookout for that. Kind of and to say, sometime I am kind of tempted to do another live stream to read the more of the Matilda book or something else. But like I say, got any bonus live stream outside of the weekend, it will vary according to what's going on my end with the schedule. So like I say, that kind of vary, but you will get content drop through the week though. You will get that live. So like I say, we got regular live stream on the weekends, content through the week, and like I say, um, if a bonus surprise live stream comes up, you will know. But other than that, yeah, you will. But you will be getting something dropping through every week. So, all right. So let's go and close this out here, and we will. And to say, y'all definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books. Uh, Hit us up on the page, support us on the Patreon, and also support the Miracle Crew. Yours truly, King Gay, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Jen, also known as aka Chris Godfrey, Janara Nellens, and of course, yours truly. I'm sorry, and of course, EJ the Supreme. Sorry. Uh, Also, hang out with us on the Discord and Facebook, just like you do with the live streams. And let's tell each other some stuff on the McCary app. Just a heads up, I am awaiting something from the McCary app currently, but you'll find out what it is when it gets here in a video. But anyway, until then, we will see y'all in the next live stream or video, especially the Bible reading one tomorrow night. So, y'all take care, everybody. Peace out. See, right. Oh, right.